Hey guys, Sophia here with turquoisetoffee.wordpress.com, and we just had an amazing competition, the New York Pro 2020, where we got to see bikini, figure, women's physique, and women's bodybuilding. So I'm going to recap the results for you. We've got a lot to talk about, so let's just get going. Okay, so there were actually supposed to be two competitions this weekend, but the Monsters in Pro was canceled quite a bit at the last minute, which must have been so devastating for those athletes who had quarantined and disappointing for the promoters too. So it's too bad, but at least we got to have our Tampa New York Pro. All right, so let's begin with bikini. Now, as a recap, I know you all know this already, but if anybody is new to my channel, we always talk about what these wins mean for qualifying for the Olympia. So in bikini, where there are more than 25 contests in the qualification period, the Arnold Classic gets you a different amount of points than all the other contests. So this particular show, if you get first place, you go to Olympia. If you get second place, you get 5 points. Third place gets you 4. Fourth place gets you 3. And fifth place gets you 2. And at the end of the qualification period, they take the top 5 in the point standing. Okay, so here's the scorecard. And you're going to recognize a lot of names on this list. We are starting to really see the girls come out and compete as often as they can. But we're just going to talk about our top 5 because that's what matters for Olympia. All right, so in first place was Attila. Second was Ashlyn. Third was Rihanna. Fourth was Lauren. And fifth was Julie. All right, so Julie. Absolutely gorgeous. I loved her green suit. She had a little bit of green sparkle on her eyeshadow to coordinate. It was gorgeous. We've seen her before this summer where she got 7th at the Clash competition. So this was an even better showing for her. And I thought she did great. She has these beautiful chiseled shoulders, gorgeous muscle tone, just the right amount of leanness, but not too lean. You know, you're not seeing very much rib, but you're having great definition in her abs, beautiful quads. Overall, I think she looked lovely. Absolutely lovely. Okay, in fourth place was Lauren. We've also been seeing a lot of Lauren. She got 6th place at the Tampa and 6th place at the Clash. So she's finally managed to get into that top 5. So this is fantastic for Lauren. I'm very happy for her. In terms of her look, as usual, completely gorgeous. Another lovely green suit. She has tremendous, thick, long, dark hair, which I think looks beautiful on her. I love the center part. It's unique and it's a little different than what the other girls are doing. A lot of them do side parts, so I love the center part on her. I do wish she would do a brighter lip just to bring even more attention to her beautiful smile, but otherwise I think makeup and the whole presentation is beautiful. She's got great posing, gorgeous. I do find when you compare Lauren in the lineup to the other girls, she tends to lean on the lean side of things and not so much on the heavy muscular side of things. So not to say she isn't muscular because she absolutely is, but she's so tall that she just kind of has this lean look about her, and you don't see so much of the muscle mass, for example, in her glutes and her hamstrings. She just comes across as beautiful and tall and lean to me. You see a little more rib and not so much ab definition. So maybe you agree with me, maybe you don't. Let me know in the comments if you think I'm way off. But I find in the lineup, some of the other girls have a little bit more musculature than she does. Okay, Rihanna. This was her pro debut, her very first pro show, and she got a 3rd place at the New York Pro, which is fantastic. Wow. I was particularly impressed by her legs. Like, you can really see the muscles in her quads. I am quite blown away by this bump in the top of her leg. Very beautiful muscles. She's got very sharp shoulders. I don't know if perhaps if she were to kind of point her arm out a little bit more to the side, if that would give a more of a roundness to that shoulder rather than the pointiness. But I mean, other than that, what can I say? Her face looks beautiful. She looks bright and shining, and the bikini is gorgeous. The beautiful chandelier earrings draw your eye up to her face. And I'm very impressed with her, and I think she's going to do amazingly. Okay, next in second place is Ashlyn, who we have been seeing dominate these competitions all summer long. I'm going to show you a comparison of what she looks at the other shows, but I wanted to do a nice big picture of Ashlyn here at the New York Pro. Beautiful as always. I saw on her Instagram story, she changed her hair a little bit. She's got added some dimensions, some darker colors into her roots. It's beautiful. Her hair is always beautiful. I don't think it was a huge change. I would actually love to see volume in Ashlyn's hair. And the reason I say that is because she's quite petite. She is on the shorter side, and she can be quite dwarfed by some of these taller girls. And I think even just the addition of a little back combing to make her hair just a little higher would give her a tiny bit more height. You know, she can't do much higher of a platform on her shoe. So the only other way to really fake some height and to gain just a little bit more would be if she had some volume in her hair. That's really my only suggestion for Ashlyn because her body is amazing. She's always so lean, so tight, beautiful muscle tone. Let's take a look. She got second in Northern California, third in Tampa, second in Clash, and here she is getting second in the New York Pro. She's just incredible. She's so consistent. I don't think she takes a single day off, ever. She's so hardworking, and it's paying off. She is racking up those points like crazy. All right, then in first place is the gorgeous and beautiful Attila. We saw her get fifth at the Arnold, and now here she is getting first in New York. I know she had to go through some difficult, the quarantine just to be able to get into the States, but she did it, and it was worth it because here she is getting first, and she looked amazing as usual. She switched up her bikini. I like both the colors. Let me know in the comments what you think. Do you prefer Attila in blue or in the beautiful fuchsia? Both look amazing, in my opinion. Her hair, as usual, is on fire. I love the curls. In terms of her physique, she just nails it. It's just the right degree between leanness, but not too lean, right? You're not seeing rib, but you're seeing beautiful definition in her abs. She's got the conditioning where you have some lines and some definition in her legs, but it's not anything crazy. You're not seeing deep grooves or deep separation. Her glutes are beautifully round. You really see them from this side, kind of the way she poses with her leg pointing to the side. So it really makes her glute pop out. Beautiful shoulders, everything about her. She just looks relaxed and calm on stage. And like she just rolled out of bed and, threw on her beautiful bikini, and here she is. So I love the whole package from her, and I think she looked great. So here's our lineup of girls. Maybe you will see what I mean about Ashlyn is she's so teeny and petite. A tiny bit more volume in her hair might help. And maybe you agree, maybe you don't agree with me that Lauren is a little bit more on the tall and lean and could use a tiny bit more, definition in her arms, a little more bicep, just a little bit more quad. But other than that, these women are absolutely, completely gorgeous. They all belong in this lineup. It was a beautiful, beautiful bikini show. And from behind, which is always so important for bikini, my eye is always drawn to Ashlyn with that beautiful blonde hair. And I find that the glutes are really consistent. Everybody looks really good. They have these gorgeous angular glute hamstring tie-ins where you have that beautiful line on the back of the legs where right at the bottom of the glutes, and you have a little bit of roundness from the quads in front, and they just all look amazing. It was great. Okay, from a points perspective, Attila was already qualified for the Olympia, so she didn't even have to worry about points. Next, we have Ashlyn getting 5 more points, so she's all the way up to 31. Rihanna now has 4. Lauren gets 3 more, so she's up to 5. And Julie gets 2 more points, so she's up to 9. Okay, now as for the other categories we're going to talk about, figure, women's physique, and women's bodybuilding, the New York Pro is considered a Tier 2 contest. So that means you get 8 points for second, 7 points for third, 6 points for fourth, and 5 points for fifth. And of course, the winner automatically qualifies for the Olympia. And then the top 3 in the points get to go to Olympia. All right, so let's begin with figure. Here is our very long list of competitors, and here are top 5. So Nicole in first, Anna in second, Brittany in third, Catherine in fourth, and Sandra in fifth. All right, beginning with Sandra. We've been seeing Sandra do very well this season. She got 12th at the Arnold, 2nd at Tampa. There was a 6th at the Savannah Pro, and then here she is getting 5th at New York. I'm not sure if I said this already, but I do try to only show pictures and focus on top 5 placings just to keep things a little bit more condensed. But I do find that the Arnold, because it's such a spectacular competition, I always try to show the Arnold if anybody has competed at the Arnold. So looking at Sandra, I think 5th place is a wonderful position for her. She always looks good. She's so consistently just such a professional. I love how she changes her suit, she changes her hair, she's constantly experimenting and making little tweaks. You know, when you compete often, you're not going to be able to change your physique all that much because the changes are made in the off season. But what you can change is your hair and your makeup and your suit and your posing. And every time she tries something new, I think it's always good. She always really seems to know what to do for her body to look beautiful. In terms of her physique, I think she looks even better now than she did at the Arnold. You're seeing a lot of muscle tone and definition. You're seeing lines and grooves in her legs. Her abs look beautiful. Her shoulders are gorgeous. I like the lightness in her hair. It kind of draws your eyes to her face. I do find Sandra is a little thicker in the waist. You know, she's a very petite. Again, she's on the shorter side when you compare her to the other women, and I think her torso is quite small, so you don't get that teeny tiny waist look that you do with some of the others from her V-taper. And I wonder if she would not benefit from putting her heels together and her toes out rather than having her feet straight. It might make a tiny bit more size to her quads, and that might just make the illusion of her waist looking smaller because her bottom will look bigger. But I mean, she's, like I said, she's such a pro. She knows what she's doing, and she looks beautiful. All right, in 4th place was Catherine. I am blown away by Catherine's legs. Like, that's what I'm talking about when I say big quads. Those are gorgeous, and the conditioning is crazy. Her muscles look so full, they are so defined. You're seeing every single little groove and nook and cranny. It's amazing. She looks great. The V-taper is wonderful. She's got a very trim little waist. Maybe not the most ab definition that you've ever seen, but wow. I really am blown away by her legs. Beautiful shoulders, beautiful suit. This is another one where I feel like a brighter lipstick would be nice. Everything is a bit dull on her face. Her makeup is beautiful, and you know, I really love how her eyes are popping, but I would love to have a little bit more brightness, either the earrings showing more or the lipstick, just to bring your eye up. But overall, super impressed by Catherine. Okay, 3rd place, Brittany. Oh my goodness. When I saw Brittany's picture, I was blown away. What a showing. You know, she got 16th at the Arnold, and here she is as a 3rd. What an improvement. And she looks stunning. First of all, the tan, I think, is the biggest change. It wasn't the greatest at Arnold. It was too dark, a little splotchy maybe. You don't even see the definition in her legs, all that hard work. And here at New York, the tan is beautiful. You see so much of her skin just glowing. I feel like she looks like the trophy that you get at the end of the night, like a bronze goddess. So impressed. Her legs look amazing. Her V-taper is beautiful. She's got great lats. Her shoulders look wonderful. Abs are amazing. Her suit's gorgeous. I love how just relaxed and like confident she looks in her face. Love it. I'm so happy for Brittany. I think this was an amazing competition for her. Okay, Anna. Wow, wow, wow. I am so excited about Anna. Okay, so we saw her get 5th at the Arnold. She got 4th at the Savannah, and now we have her having a 2nd place at the New York Pro, and she looks beautiful. I love that she made her hair a central part. It is like, it changes everything. I had actually commented that I would have loved to see her with the central part, so this makes me so happy. I feel like it just really highlights the symmetry between her left and right sides. You know, her shoulders pop even more somehow now with the hair the way it is. I love that you can see her full face. Her eyebrows look amazing. Her makeup is amazing. She looks younger to me, and she just looks bright and beautiful, and I love it. She returned the suit that she wore at the Arnold, which is beautiful, very flattering. And I mean, she's so consistent. Her conditioning is great. Her legs look beautiful. I just have only good things to say. I love the green bracelet. It ties into the suit. Her posing looks awesome. She's just wonderful, absolutely wonderful. I wish I could see more ab definition from Anna, but I know that that's really hard. And I think she just looks incredible. All right, and now in first place, once again, Nicole. We just saw her get first at the Savannah, and here she is getting first again at the New York. And wow, absolutely wow. Her legs are amazing. I think her legs look even better now in New York. Well, in Tampa, right? But in the New York Pro than they did in the Savannah. You're really seeing how dry her legs are. And she's just got the most amazing tiny little waist, beautiful abs, a great V-taper. Her shoulders are these giant boulders at the top of her body, just gorgeous. Makeup's beautiful. The suit, she has these unique, beautiful suits. I love it. I love everything about it. All right, so here's our lineup. And you can see everyone is just fantastic. Such a beautiful lineup of women. I'm so impressed. One thing I wanted to mention from behind, I really feel like Anna in second and Nicole in first have, I mean, even Catherine and Brittany as well. They really have beautifully defined backs. And Sandra, you're not quite seeing it as much. So I wonder if that was a big reason for Sandra getting 5th and not getting even higher up. Maybe it had something to do with that, the conditioning that you can see those back muscles in the top. The really top girls, but holy moly. Okay, now from a points perspective. Nicole was already qualified because of the Savannah. Anna gets 8 more points, so she's up to 17. Brittany gets 7, Catherine gets 6, and Sandra gets 5 more, so she's at 13. Okay, women's physique. Here is our list of competitors, and here's our top 5. Rachel in first, Jenny in second, Trish in third, and Diana in fourth, and Sherry in 5th. Okay, so Sherry, we've seen now get 3rd at the Tampa. She also got 11th at Optimum, and here she is getting 5th in New York. So she's doing very, very well, a top level competitor. Beautiful makeup, beautiful suit. I like the hair being pulled off her face. She's really, really a pro at posing to make her body look insane. She's got beautiful lats, great legs. I do find she's a little wider in her waist and her tummy, so she doesn't quite have the teeny tiny waist like you'll see in some of the other ladies, but overall I think she looked beautiful. Next in 4th place was Diana. She got 9th at the Optimum, so this is a wonderful placing for her. She has lovely definition in her abs, beautiful legs. I feel like I wish her shoulders were a little bigger. Her biceps seem to kind of take over in her arms. Could just be the pose, this particular picture, but I would love to see even more up top for Diana. Okay, Trish. So we've seen Trish a lot this summer too. She got 3rd in Omaha, 5th at Tampa, There was a 6th place at the Optimum, and now here she is getting 3rd in New York. Amazing. This is so good. Trish is so consistent. She's working so hard and doing every competition she can, and it's paying off because she is also racking up the points. I have to say I prefer this suit with the blue and the red. I just think it's really flattering for her skin. It just looks beautiful. Her body is incredible. She does have a teeny tiny waist, so her V-taper looks gorgeous. Beautiful definition in her legs. I think she looks even better in New York than she did at the Tampa Pro. I love the kind of the spiky volume in her hair. It gives her just a little bit more height. She's another one of these more petite competitors. Her makeup is right on. It's a beautiful color of lipstick. Conditioning is great. Just overall, she's consistently awesome. Very, very good showing. Okay, next is Jenny. We saw her at the Arnold in 8th, which is incredible. She got 2nd at Tampa, and here she is now again with 2nd in New York. I love how Jenny changes it up all the time. Her hair is always a little different. This time she's got blue nails, where last time it was pink. She's doing her makeup maybe a little bit different. I love that. I think the experimentation is perfect. You want to keep trying things until you get exactly what you want. In terms of her muscles, she looks beautiful. She's another one with this beautiful, beautiful lats. She has such a large and well-developed upper body. Absolutely incredible abs, tiny little waist, and beautiful legs. And I think the way she poses with the leg out like this is very flattering to her figure. She looks great. I have nothing negative to say. Absolutely beautiful. And now in first place is Rachel. Holy smokes. Now this is a little firecracker. She looks insane. The conditioning, those legs, her abs, her arms, everything. You see every muscle. Everything just seems to pop. Such full, developed muscle bodies. It's just she has a beautiful package to look at. Her suit is gorgeous. And I love the bun. And the reason I love the bun is because she is a shorter competitor and the bun just gives her a little bit of height and it's perfect. It is a good strategy and I like it. And you get to see her face. All right, so here we are with the lineup and you can see everybody is just gorgeous. But particularly first, second, and third place have the tiny waists, which really highlight the big V-taper. And I think that's crucial. But Rachel by far has the most insane conditioning and she just looks, she really kind of stole the show. From behind, everybody looks amazing. But once again, Rachel seems to have the most crazy definition. You can see hamstring, her glutes almost look shredded, so she did great. Okay, from a points perspective, Rachel is now not even worried about points. She is qualified. Jenny gets 8 points, so she's up to 16. Trish gets 7, so she's up to 17. Diana gets 6, and now Sherry gets 5. All right, women's bodybuilding. Smaller category. There are not quite as many competitors as we've seen in the other divisions, but equally as exciting. You probably recognize a few of these names too. So in first place was Mela, second was Kim, third was Tina, fourth was Janine, and fifth is Anne. All right. Oh, yes. I actually wanted to say that in my last video, I had commented about the female bodybuilders having very kind of unadorned and ordinary looking suits. And one of you guys, Lost in Darkest Peru, commented that the ordinary suits happen at prejudging and then the bling comes out at night and you see all kinds of sparkle. So that's a wonderful thing to know. So these suits are not quite as adorned or showy as we see with the other competitors. And these pictures are obviously from prejudging. So that kind of explains that. All right, so Anne is wearing a beautiful black suit. I think it's gorgeous. It's very flattering. She's got some gorgeous big muscles, very well developed. She's got a beautiful hamstring, nice calves, beautiful shoulders. Her chest looks amazing. Overall, I think 5th place for Anne was great. We had seen her get 8th at the Savannah, so she's doing wonderfully. All right, next is Janine. Now, we saw Janine get 2nd at Tampa. She got 9th at Savannah, and here she is in 4th at the New York. So doing very, very well. I love the purple suit. I love her purple makeup. She is very consistent. She's got these very large legs. Wow. And a large upper body too. She's quite balanced. She doesn't have the teeny tiniest waist, but she's got some beautiful definition in her abs. Her lats are amazing. Overall, she's just incredible. What a big, big lady. Lots of muscle on her. And I think 4th place is great. All right, next is Tina. We've seen Tina at the Omaha where she got 5th, and then she got 7th at the Savannah Pro, and here she's in 3rd. So she's doing really, really well. I like how she changed up her look. The turquoise suit, of course, is beautiful. I don't love how much fabric there is in the top. You'll notice in the lineup, the other girls wear, it's almost like a string bikini, whereas this is more like a bandeau in a way. So I just want to see more skin. I want to see her chest more. But I love the color. She's got a beautiful amount of muscle. I would like to see a little bit more definition in the legs in particular. I'd love to see more grooves, more separation between those quad muscles. She's another one that's a little bit thicker in the waist, so you don't quite get the same teeny tiny V taper, but overall she looks beautiful. I love her hair, everything. She looks wonderful. All right, 2nd place, Kim. She got 2nd at Savannah, and now again 2nd here at New York. Wow, she is looking good. I, once again, of course, like that she switched to a turquoisey bikini, or bodybuilding suit, I should say. And I like that she coordinated her makeup. The blonde hair is beautiful. Now, as for physique, wow. She's got beautiful, teeny tiny little waist with great definition in her abs. Her legs look amazing, really good conditioning. You can see all kinds of separation in her muscles. I would love to see even more separation in her quads. But I mean, you get to see a lot and it looks beautiful. She's got gorgeous lats. I do wish she had even larger lats, like if her upper body was even bigger. But I mean, she's very balanced right now. And I think 2nd place, like obviously she's doing really well. So when you see her in the lineup, I think she always stands out. She's got such a beautiful shape and she's doing incredible. And then in 1st place is Mela, who just steals the show. She is incredible. I love the way she poses. There's a little bit of a twist to her front pose here, and it looks great. Her waist is tiny, beautiful definition. She's got these gorgeous round full quads, great biceps, great lats. She looks confident. She looks calm. Just amazing. I'm really impressed. And the suit is very flattering. I like the cut of the bottoms. Wow. Just wow. All right. So here is the lineup. You probably can see what I mean about Kim and Mela having teeny tiny little waists, which really make their V-taper quite incredible, quite eye-catching. Beautiful definition in the legs. Gorgeous. All these women are insane. It's great to see. And here we are in the backs. Mela really has beautiful definition in her back, and her glutes look amazing. It was fantastic. Okay, from a points perspective, Mela no longer worries about points. She's qualified. Kim gets 8 points, so she's up to 12. Tina gets 7, so she's up to 8. Janine gets 6, so she's up to 14. And Anne gets 5. All right. So in terms of bikini, we have a little bit more to look forward to in September. There are a few more shows, and then there's more in October as well. So hopefully these all go through. And then as for our other categories, we'll get to see figure at Titans, and then everything else, figure, even fitness and wellness, we'll get to see at the European Championship. And then again at the Chicago Pro, we get to see a whole bunch. So lots to look forward to throughout the fall. And I will be back with recaps. So please make sure you subscribe if you haven't already. I will be back recapping all of the shows and talking about what the results mean for Olympia. Please give me a like if you liked the video, and you can find me at turquoisetoffee.wordpress.com and of course on Instagram at turquoisetoffee. All right, catch you later.